Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Woodlands Tigers versus the Internationals. This is the playoffs, round 2 of the knockout, the semifinals. You can see here on the bracket, after a victory over the Cuervos, a sketchy one at that, we're going to see ourselves play the Internationals after they beat Aegis 3-0. I'm joined here with Mike and as well as my brother Adam on guest commentary. How are y'all doing tonight?
Doing well. Excited to watch this match. Internationals have been on the schedule, doing well all season, so looking forward to it.
Pleasure to be here, gents.
All right, and we'll take a look at the lineup here. We got Joel, as always, the human wall in goal. Pat and Jose, a solid partnership in the back there all season. Mixing it up with Fernando, a more technically skilled player there in the middle, with Jason and Chris on the wings for some speed, and Mike up top, as always, with a great hold-up play. For subs, we got John, Henning, Robert, Pedro, and Albert managing the whole thing. Almost a full roster today. Esteban, unfortunately, has a rib injury and wasn't able to dress out, but he is here to help the team. Should be an interesting match going into it. Both teams, solid season. Tigers undefeated. Internationals, I believe, only taking one loss. Impressive. And as we watch here, the Tigers will get us underway. I'll drop back to Pat. I'm going to switch the field over to Jose. Early opportunity out there for Mike. It's going to dribble out of bounds, maybe a little overhit. Testing the waters a bit against the Internationals just to see what they can get away with.
Familiar formation from the Tigers that we're seeing in this game, that we're used to seeing all season, with Jose and Pat in the back there. Interested to see if they will get back to their ways of shepherding the ball wide and keeping it out of their goal.
Internationals moving the ball down the line. Back and forth, looking to maintain possession. It's a great switch over to their far guy. He's going to look to chip this one in. Just a poor pass in the end. It's going to dribble out for a Tigers goal kick.
Chances coming from both teams pretty early. Pretty open play so far.
Yeah, I'd have to say these teams, at least so far, seem pretty evenly matched. Both a little possession-oriented, trying to move the ball around, as Mike has a nice little pullback there. He's going to lay this to Chris, myself. Going to switch the field all the way over to Pat. He's going to look to get it back to me, but it's going to be a poorly hit pass. And the Internationals are going to take over here. Fernando just hounding the guy.
Great defensive pressure there.
Mike nipping it off of him and looking for Fernando through. Just not on the same page.
Sometimes I feel like I have eyes in the back of my head, and I thought Fernando was just sprinting down the field. If we were on the same page, I felt like that ball was right in his path.
A little bit of a scuffle there, and the Tigers are going to come away with it as Chris and Mike get that 1-2 going. The shot's going to come in here, but it's ultimately going to be wide of the goal, never troubling the keeper. And the Internationals are going to get a goal kick. Internationals advancing down the left side of the pitch and just missing the touch there as it's going to roll out for a Tigers throw in their half of the field. Jose looking to unleash Mike down the line. And a little bit of afters there from Mike, bumping into the guy. To be fair, I do think he cut in front of Mike a little bit of impeding going on, but you like to see things start off spicy, you know.
Setting the tone early there.
That was the second or third time he checked his shoulder and then got in front of me without playing the ball, and I just kind of got fed up with it. So
first foul of the game. Goes to the big man up top.
Good job, Peter. Good job.
Moving down the line, and you know, it's good defense there. I felt like there's a little bit of afters on that one as well.
It's weird that he found his core strength in that moment and didn't have it earlier, but
Chris just hounding, being a backpack, not letting him get away, and he's going to poke it away to Mike. Scuffle here between the Internationals and the Tigers, just transferring possession. And Jose is ultimately going to give up a foul here in a dangerous area early in the first half for the Internationals to have a set piece look on goal. And you know, you love to bet on Joel in these moments, being as big as he is and having the reach he does. Oh, and that one was a good shot getting up and around the wall. Joel called for it, but I didn't trust it fully, and I'm going to flick that one out for an Internationals corner. The ball comes in. It's overhit. And Chris, myself, must have been asleep there. Just let the ball run through, and the Internationals now have it in the box. Jose with some wonderful defense there to force the ball wide. And the Tigers, Pat there to nip that one away and get it out of danger. Sketchy situation for the guys in green.
Jose has really grown into a player that we need on our team. I think 2 seasons ago, we're probably seeing a PK at this time with him coming out to the ball like that. This time he held his ground and played really good defense without fouling.
Internationals, a quick little step over, and he's going to get down the line, and the ball is going to go across the face of goal with no foot in sight. Another dangerous moment, and the Tigers got to get themselves together, because these have been a couple good chances coming from the Internationals. Going to play this short to Pat, low on the left side. He's going to swing it all the way across to Jose. Plays a good ball in, but it's cut out by the Internationals. 2 players going in with studs. And it's just another volley of possession there in the middle. Jason doing well to force the ball back as the Internationals switch the side of the field. And a shot comes in with the left foot, high and wide. I don't know if there was a goal on top of the goal, if that would have gone in. Tigers goal kick. Pat making a pushing run forward. And again, finding Jose. Doing well to change the point of attack as this ball comes through, and Mike's on it. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And it's going to go just wide of the far post. Dangerous chance. I don't want to say squandered. It's a tough finish there. But good signs from the Tigers. A good warning shot to keep the Internationals honest.
The Internationals are playing with a formation I don't think we've seen too often this season. With 3 at the back, with their fullbacks pressing forward to help the midfield. They don't press forward for that crazy width or anything up top, but they use it to overcome the midfield pretty heavily.
Fernando here with possession and a lovely step over, but then tries to cut it back for a cheeky little nutmeg. And he's going to give up a foul for a little nick there on his heel. You love to see some flair in Sunday League. You absolutely love to see it. International switching the possession. They seem to like this guy on the left side to advance the ball forward. And again, just another missed touch. That's the second one this game that we've seen.
Mateo.
from Orange.
Lucas. Diana.
And of note, this game was hot.
Yes.
This is a 5 o'clock in the afternoon game. I think it was 85 degrees outside, and that turf had been just baking all day.
You can
So
play
it's
back.
probably
One, two.
well into the 90s there. It just kind of saps the energy.
Absolutely. Jason's still pressing through it, though. That was good pressure from him.
Jason's going in, and that was a high foot there. We're not going to see anything from the ref. I'm not sure as to why or what happened, but you could see Jason react as that foot came up to eye level, and he didn't put his head down or anything. Internationals got away with one there. It's a good ball in. Good defense from Jose. There's a second ball on the field that Joel saves. Nice little touch from Mike out to Robert and John here. Working hard. John gets the season hustle award, absolutely. I don't think I ever see that man stop moving. As the Patapult will step up to take this throw. It's a big ball in. And Internationals are on the end of it to clear it, but only as far as a corner. And good hands from the keeper. It had to happen. Now the Internationals can break, but a poor touch from this guy on the far side, and Jose is quick to step on that pass. Just unlucky to see it fall to the wrong team. Chris is going to regain this, lay it to John. John into Robert. He's going to get it through to the outside. Mike's going to get on the end of this.
No,
Or he's gonna let it-
International poked it out for out of bounds.
Gotcha. It's going to go out for a throw to the Tigers, is what I meant to say. Don't rewind the video, it is what I said. And Pat launches one in. Chris chasing this one down and drawing the foul, knowing the contact was coming. It's going to take this. Try to play it quick, but it's going to get cut out. And going to win a corner here, as there's some chatter between Chris and the guy marking him. Robert puts a good ball in. This game very physical so far. John going to get called for a handball here. Honestly, probably to our benefit, as they were through on goal.
Great whistle by the ref there.
Yeah, I choose that to believe that is a retribution for the high kick missed. As this ball comes in, Joel's easy on it, but he's going to drop it. And Jose does so well there to shield that ball so Joel can get on the end of it. A very rare mistake from the man in blue. You don't see that often. So he's going to launch this one. Got 100% of that. And with the wind, that's just going to go out for an Internationals goal kick. Jose cutting this one out, laying the ball forward into Pedro. Tries a good touch, but gets stuck under his feet a little bit as the Internationals regain that possession. John being an absolute nuisance here with Pedro working it. Bringing the ball down the line. Still in possession. He's going to beat his guy down the line. Put a ball to the top of the box, but the Internationals with some great positioning are able to block that one off. As Pat's going to take a first-time shot here. He's going to want that one back.
Yeah, John has improved immensely over the season. You can tell that work that he's been doing with the U15 team has really been doing well for his touch.
Internationals with an attack down the right. Just got away from him a bit. It's going to go out for a Tigers goal kick. And I think the tides have turned a little bit. The Tigers seem to be the more attacking threat. Maybe it's due to the heat. Tigers. I don't know if the Tigers had more subs. They had quite a few guys on the sideline. Just a more spry bunch of guys. Ball's going to be played straight into Chris here. Looking for Pedro through. Just going to be a little overhit.
Okay. Robert, let me know.
Internationals get us back in play. As we're dipping late into the first half, scoreless between the two semifinalists. This ball moves down the line. It's going to get into the Tigers box. As it's laid across, a great opportunity, and Joel with a fantastic save. Big man gets down quick and stops what probably should have been an Internationals goal.
Outstanding save from Joel. That's pretty much his signature. Like, think it's going past him, and all of a sudden he's got a hand out there, and he's on the ground. So great stuff from him.
Yeah, he's quick on that. For being so tall, he gets down so quick.
It's a really small goal and a really big Joel.
I love that. I love that for him. Internationals are going to win this goal kickoff. As though it's a commentator's curse, the Internationals now seem to be the ones pushing, as the Tigers can't seem to get it out of their half. And another foul given away. In a dangerous position. And that is a poor attempt there from the Internationals player. It's going to be a Tigers goal kick. As we roll our way into the final minute of the first half. Adam, have you seen anything of note? Anything you want to say?
The game has been very hectic so far, especially with the heat. Unseasonably hot. I feel like the Tigers just need to settle it down and keep some possession. They've been overrun so far by the Internationals this half, but they have had some very good counters on the break, quick counterattacks, but they should just look to get a little more possession as we go into the second half.
Yeah, maybe pass it around through the middle a little bit more. Just looking over the top as the Internationals have a fast break here. And decent defense there, as it took 4 Tigers defenders to stop the run. We're going to blow for halftime there. Tigers and Internationals all square at the break. A few notes of the first half. It's been a very physical battle, very scrappy. Joel made that fantastic save to keep the Tigers in the game, and it is just a scorcher of a game out there. You guys have anything you want to add?
Yeah, you can definitely see the change of tactics, the change of shape as the Tigers swap out some of their players. Towards the first part of the half with me up front, I was dropping in a little bit more to create that space with the back line, with the Internationals back line. Pedro's looking for more balls over the top, so I think he'll get a good chance off of that. But less hold at play.
Right, so it kind of goes back to what Adam was saying. A little more possession might be helpful here.
Also, Jose has stepped in to calm the situation with a free ball in the box so many times in that first half. he was a defensive foundation for us there.
Yeah, Jose's been solid all season.
Would y'all mind scooting down? We're trying to film.
Very few mistakes.
Thank you so much.
Internationals here with an early attack. This ball's gonna be shot straight into Joel's arms. He's gonna lay it to Pat. And again, we see the switch going all the way to Jose here, off screen. Into Fernando, back to Jose. And just a lack of options trying to get the ball out. They're having to look over top. Possession's being difficult as the Internationals have a pretty good attempt there. I like the little karate maneuver to try to get that one on target.
Zlatan-esque.
Ball out to Pat, and it's going to go back across. Joel just had to clear that one out, feeling the pressure. It's an Internationals throw. Ball comes in. Chris is going to snuff that one out. And again, I believe Pat got that one. And Joel, happy to collect it. Always aware. Always on top of the situation. Pat looking to play Pedro in, but a good step there from the Internationals defender. A good ball in, and the Internationals were almost in on goal, but Jose makes a fantastic last-ditch tackle there to poke that one wide. The danger's not done as they're coming forward, and Pat is going to smother that one. But again, the transition of power just falls right back to the Internationals.
Yeah, I think Tigers are struggling a bit with the off-ball movement here, getting open for the easier passes, and it's just not happening off the ball. And so, ball carrier just has to send it forward and pray, and it just keeps falling back to the Internationals.
Yeah, definitely some issues with the movement. Finding an outlet has not been easy. A lovely touch from Pedro there as he turns to move forward. He's going to skip past one guy. He's going to draw a foul here at the top of the box.
Great job winning that foul.
Great move from Pedro there to bring that one down.
Alleviating some of that pressure.
And he offers such a creative little outlet every time he gets the ball.
It's a dangerous position here. We know Chris has a tendency to make these count from this type of range.
He's not going to do it this time. That was 3 feet wide of that far post, and never gave it a chance. The Internationals are going to see this possession. Moving through the field well as they're able to transition to the other side. It's a good ball in. Internationals passing the ball around very well here. The Tigers just stopping any options for the shot. Pat's going to hold on to this, doing well to stay composed there and try to slot one through to Pedro, which he's going to get, looking for the first time pass to Jason. And that Internationals defender throwing the ball in there was solid all game. Very consistent, tended to be in the right place at the right time.
That particular movement from Pedro, he pushed the back line there and then dropped in, collected the ball. His pass didn't quite come off, but I think we need to see more of that from the Tigers if they're wanting to get out of their own half.
Fernando looking to play a 1-2 here with Pedro. The Internationals are just going to get it right back. And they're finding those line-breaking passes through. Luckily, the Tigers have a pretty strong defensive unit, so that final third shot on goal isn't coming easily.
At halftime, or I think just before halftime, Tigers moved Chris to that central midfielder position to kind of set the head of that spear. So.
And here is Chris. Lovely little touch here to lay it out to John. John on the ball in the box. Beats his man. Is going to slot it through the mic with the cheeky little back heel into the far post. A lovely finish. And in the semifinal match, the Tigers see themselves 1-0 ahead.
I was honestly very happy that this came off. Didn't even think to honestly celebrate too deeply with John. I just kind of ran back like I normally do. So, John,
Yeah,
that was excellent work.
You see me there trying to slow you down, like, hey, chill out.
Enjoy
It's hot.
this.
Enjoy this moment.
Don't rush to help them get the ball back and play.
Celebrate with the man who got this ball through to you.
Great job, John.
And what was your thoughts on that?
Just an instinctual touch from a veteran striker. That's all I saw there.
Fernando's going to take a little knock here.
I'm impressed with the quality of refereeing this game. It's not something that's always a given in Sunday League, so it's lovely to see.
It was interesting after my little shove in the first half. He had a talk with me. He said, "Look, I don't want to affect the game here. Don't make me give cards." So I appreciated that philosophy.
Pat with a strong tackle there to break the lines. The Tigers just don't have enough numbers able to get forward to really make something happen with that counterattack. But they're going to earn a throw, and the Patapult is on the ball. This ball comes in. John doing an accidental defensive piece of work there, trying to flick the ball through. Did well to get on the end of it. The Internationals ball down the line. They do well to get down to the byline. Ball across into the middle. And this guy is going to sky it. I think we gained an advantage there. And with the new rules in this Sunday League, slide tackles aren't a direct yellow anymore. But if you go back and watch that, that was definitely a slide. There was no slipping of the plant foot. Just a poor decision. If that would have counted, probably would have been up in arms. This ball is going to be cleared away by Chris.
Jose, try and keep on the line, not in the middle.
Mike doing well to win the ball off here.
Help them!
But the Internationals just snagging it right back. And they can calm the game down. This ball moving forward again, and the shot's going to come off. It looks a lot better from this angle, I'll tell you that, than when it did on the field. This ball's going to come out to Pat. It's going to find John down the line. And just a poor pass in there. Chris is going to come away with it.
No foul! No foul!
Who's going to get chopped down there. trying to get a pass back to Pat
Good, Mike.
and win the Tigers another free kick. As this one comes in, it's a good free kick, and John's going to try to get this one back across in a dangerous area. It's going to trickle out to Robert. And just the pass is a little off course, and the internationals can break. They're really good at pouncing on these counterattack opportunities. Nice little back heel there as the ball comes across. And a poor finish, but a dangerous opportunity on the break.
The internationals had numbers there.
If the scoreline stays the way it is now, I think the internationals will be very disappointed with the number and quality of chances they've had.
So at this moment in the match, Pat suffered a pretty horrendous leg injury. Bless you, Pat. We'll miss you. Get well soon. And we did not feel comfortable sharing the footage here. I'll leave a link to an unlisted video if you do choose to watch in the description. I will tell you it's graphic and you are warned. But after that's all been cleaned up, Pat's on his way to the ER right now. Tigers are in a little bit of a scramble here, and the internationals take a free kick that's going to go right into the wall. And it was a bit of a grab bag on who is going to play in that position, with Pat being out, being a rock in that position. Henning's going to step in, and he knows the assignment, and that's to prevent that ball from being in our half at all costs. Joel doing well. Not a lot of power on that one, but doing well to get down.
Come on, guys. Good job. Find your man.
Going to see Henning wide.
Tigers want to get themselves collected again. They still have 6 minutes left to play.
Come on, Chris, go.
7 minutes.
Through here to Chris with a little touch. And a shot's going to come in. Just a bit wide of that post. I think the keeper had it covered. It's an opportunity, a speculative one, but an opportunity nonetheless. Tigers don't look to be sitting back as they usually do with a lead. Because as we've seen with this internationals team, no lead is safe. They are a dangerous opponent on the attack, as we see them here come into the box again. Robert does well to get that out. Pedro with another lovely little touch, and he's going to win us another free kick. Taking a knock there.
Probably good not to take your advantage there. Slow the game down. Run a little bit more time off the clock.
Yeah, you're up 1-0. It's hot. Give us some time to breathe. His ball's going to come in. The flick's not going to come off. Chris looking for a snapshot, and that is poor, to say the least. Really disappointing finishing day for myself. A lot of the concern rumbling around the green team right now is obviously concern over Pat. And the Tigers are going to come away with this. Down the line, Pedro's looking to get through, but they do well to step in. And Henning just says that's not staying in our half and is going to launch that into orbit.
It still hasn't come down. As of recording this commentary, it hasn't come down yet.
Right, yeah. Internationals get us back in play. Someone's going to have to go get that game ball from Australia. It's going to roll out for a Tigers goal kick here. It's trending late into the second half. And the Internationals jumping on that goal kick as it comes through one-on-one. And they're going to slot one home to tie it up with 4 minutes left in the second half of the semifinal match. This was a good goal, good vision, and a great composed finish there to get that into the back of the net. What can you say? They've been trending towards it all game, and it's finally happened.
Now the Tigers are on the back foot. They need to either score or defend this tie. See some extra time. Don't want to concede another one.
Yeah, the sudden formation change and shift in who was where seems to have thrown him off just a tad. Enough for the Internationals to get their foot in the door. Joel holding on to that well. Solid hands. Henning's going to lay this out to Chris. Just going to try to cross the field, take some time off the clock with a high shot. John back here just hounding the guys, forcing them back, preventing that quick counter.
Hey, we got back!
They're going to pass it in centrally. Jose's going to get on the end of that.
Jose, send it!
And it just, it boils through to Pedro, and just a heavy touch. He's going to see this come all the way back to Orange's keeper. And they can recycle the ball again. Is this about weathering the storm for the Tigers at this point? Or do you think going for the win is the right call?
I think at this point, just defensive solidity here, and just try to carry it to extra time. See what happens in the break.
Pedro going to give up a foul deep in the Internationals' half.
Yeah, between the exhaustion, the momentum being squarely on the International side, and the injury to Pat, Tigers probably thinking, let's get a deep breath at before extra time and win it there.
Ball's down the line. It's going to come to the top of the box. And another poor shot. It's never on target there.
Joel pushes it wide of the post with his eyes.
Put the ball up. Mike's on the end of it. Just getting bullied off the ball by two people. And the audacity of this man to clear this out and to hit Jason's little baby son in the back of the legs. So rude.
That was a great touch from his son, though. That deaded the ball right there.
He's a tough kid. John there, putting a big foot in. As Henning steps big time to cut that one out. And the referee's going to blow for extra time. 2 5-minute halves, golden goal. And if no one scores in that time, penalty kicks alternating between teams to see who gets to move on to the championship. The Tigers will start this one off. Ball drop back here to Henning, who's looking for the switch over to John. I don't know if John was ready for it. Might have been a little overhit. I like the idea. Just didn't come off the way they would have liked. And the possession's now in Orange's favor. And John already putting in a big shoulder, winning the throw. He's been stepping up big time this game. some key plays.
I don't think he's placed the stud out about like everything he's done in this game has been about what you want from his position.
Not a foot out of line. So Jose's going to put this ball in. Chris looking to get on the end of it. He's going to take some studs to the heel there. And this guy's getting right in my face. So I put my arm up to get him away from me. And we're both going to take yellow cards here in the 2nd minute of extra time. It's a foul just outside the box. And this is a big opportunity. This is a big chance. And your free kick taker is walking off the field. You can see me pointing at the hole in my sock from where that guy's stud's locked in. Not sure what the argument was there on the foul.
There's only one stud.
Fernando going to step over this.
I think the internationals have a lot of experience, and they know the game very well and know how to play it. So.
He's going to try it low to go under the wall. It's not going to come off. Robert's going to get on the end of this. Have a shot in. Good save from the keeper, and it falls to John at his feet. And it's through the legs of the defender. John has scored the golden goal for the Tigers to put them through to the finals. What a performance from this guy. An assist and a goal in a semifinal match. Great defense all day, and the Tigers are going through to the finals to try to get the postseason tournament under the same nomination as their regular season success of undefeated. I mean, I have no words.
The composure on this man to pick his spot. He's sitting there watching the goalie sit on the ground just flailing, and he passes around him for the goal, knowing that we need that to win.
Adam, what goal would you prefer out of those two? They were both good.
I love the dummy on the second one. I think that was brilliant, and that really threw the keeper off and set up the possibility of a goal there.
Which he definitely capitalized on.
So an inspired performance today from Tigers, given the heat, given injury delay, and then the mental toll that takes, obviously, too. But they've shown all season the mental fortitude they have, and roll on the finals.
Yeah, it seems they always find a way to get things done. Mike, you got any last-minute closing thoughts before this screen goes black here?
This has been a fun playoffs, I'll say that. Both games have been out of this world.
Join us next time for the undefeated Hosanna. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Just wanted to get it in before the end of the video. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button. Share the video. Come along for the journey. Check out our Instagram, the Woodlands Tigers OB.
Up the Tigers.
Up the Tigers.